Like, your generation wouldn't really understand my generation. We're very far apart.
Okay.
I read somewhere you're like 48.
48. Well, I look damn good for 48, if that's
You
the
do.
case.
I'll give you that. You do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that after rave, when you was 18, you were probably getting fuck out behind them.
You don't know me, so I'm going to excuse myself.
Need to know you.
I'm going to excuse myself
Remember,
for a sec.
you need me here.
Okay.
Malachi from South London, I did not cheat you. You just nyam my batty and went home. Don't try to tell your guys I cheated you, you know. Your own guys don't rate you, sis. You're work class. Go get a job. Go get a job, sis. Your own guys don't rate you. They're here telling me, oh, he's saying he cheated you. Are you fucking mad? Are you fucking mad? I made you nyam my batty and go home. You didn't even get to nyam the cooch. I made you nyam my asshole. It don't even feel good. Shitty mouth. See, you just chat shit. That's why.
Welcome to Off the Record, a platform where individuals come to speak their truth, discuss their thoughts, and own their stories. We're going to be having candid conversations, dissecting various events, asking the questions we're all eager to know, and hopefully coming to graceful conclusions. I am your host, Mide, the one and only. Let's get into it. Today we are joined by Tamelo, a young lady who went viral online for causing quite a stir by exposing a young man who performed analingus on her. It has been quite the story. Tamelo, would you like to join us?
Thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. What do I call you? Miss Troublemaker?
Thanos.
Thanos.
Thanos of the UK.
Thanos of the UK.
Yes.
Is that what you've dubbed yourself?
That is my official title.
That's your official
The
Oh my
public
God.
have decided.
You said I want problems always. Yeah?
Only.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
how
having
was
me.
your journey in?
It was a bit long, but I'm here.
Where are you coming from?
Bristol.
Bristol. Wow. Well, tell us a bit more about yourself, apart from being, Thanos of the UK. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, I'm 18.
You are 18 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, you're a baby. Compared to me anyway. But yeah, tell us more.
I'm 18. I'm from Bristol.
What do you do for a living?
What do I do? Do I even have... I don't know.
You don't know. Are you working at the moment? Are you in college or uni or anything like that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You don't know if what you do for a living? I'm going to give you a minute to think about it.
What I do for a living? Well...
Maybe we'll get into that.
Maybe we'll get into that.
Later. Okay, cool. So who do you live with at the moment? Do you live alone?
Alone.
You live alone? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. When you're recording all of your videos, there's nobody with you. You're just like, because your videos are quite loud. Like you're shouting,
A lot of people have said that.
Yeah, no, in your videos, you are quite, expressive is the word that I would use.
Fuck all of you! Fuck all of you! No, I'm gonna walk around here like my shit don't stink. Bodyguard, shout me. I need a bodyguard now. I've gone fucking...
But anyway, let's move on from that. So you're here because you exposed a young man called Malachi online. Can you start by telling us who Malachi is?
Like, who exactly he is?
Like, who is he to you?
I wouldn't say he was my boyfriend.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
He's an arrangement.
Elaborate. What does arrangement mean?
A situationship.
So how did you and Malachi meet?
We actually met on a street corner. Like, we just bumped into each other
Okay.
in Lewisham.
In Lewisham. So do you come to the down to London quite often?
No.
So why were you in Lewisham?
I was having an AP.
What's an AP?
An apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Why were you having an apartment?
I just have them sometimes.
Okay. So you were just happened to be in Lewisham and you
Yes.
happened to meet this guy called Malachi
Yes.
and because you were in an AP.
Yes. So
So
we were
what was the
walking to the corner
interaction?
shop.
Okay. And then what happened?
He was like, yo.
Tell me a bit more, like go a bit more into the story.
He was like, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, hi.
And
I
then,
was like, you're Leng, you know?
hmm
I was like, thanks. He was like, what's your snap? Put it in his phone.
and that's how you guys met. Okay, cool. What was the progression from you guys meeting on that street in Lewisham to then him performing these acts on you How did you get from A to B?
One day we came on the phone and he was like, I just have weird fetishes that I can't tell anyone about. And I was like, tell me. And he told me that, as well as like belly button stuff.
Belly button stuff? What do you mean?
Like sometimes he likes licking belly buttons and stuff.
Okay.
Apart from that, he likes eating ass.
Okay, cool. So obviously you went online and you exposed him and you said he's lying about him having sex with you. He only performed analingus on you. Can you please explain why you came online to expose him? What was the timeline that happened for you to expose him?
I wanted his friend.
You wanted his friend?
Right. So I wanted his friend. So obviously his friends decided to do a CRB on me. This started back in January. The saga started in January. First he tried to say we dated. That got shut down. Then he said he was joking. I was like, cool. Second time, his second strike was in February. That was his second strike. He was like, oh, like I cheated her, blah, 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 blah.
Can you just, for people that, I'm a lot older than you, I don't actually know what cheating means. Can you please explain what that is?
To have sex.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he lied and said that you had sex.
Yeah.
But you didn't have sex with him.
There was no sex.
Okay. And then after that, he said it twice.
Yes. So he said it that time in February. And then this time when I heard it, like his friend came on the phone and he was like, I'm bothered. Like my guy keeps saying he cheated you. So I don't know if I can take you serious. And that really provoked me.
And that's why you came online to talk about it.
I didn't expect it to go so far. I expected him and his friends to see it.
Ah, fair enough. You claim that he begged to perform this act on you. How did that come about?
We were in a hotel room and then he was like, oh, can I try something on you? And I was like, what? He's told me. I was like, how much do you have?
Sorry, pause. He's told you what he wanted to do and you asked how much does he have?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to put a pin in that and come back to that later, okay? So you said how much do you have and then what happened next?
He was like, oh, like right now I only got 4 bills. I was like, we can make that work because you're not about to harass my asshole for free.
Okay. Okay. So after he's giving you the money or you guys have done whatever, did he pay before or after?
He had to pay before.
Oh.
He can't pay. No, that's not an option.
He has to pay
Before, yes.
Okay.
Before the service.
Do you have proof of him paying?
No, because he's from Lewisham. They
What does
don't
that
really
mean?
have bank accounts. He paid in cash, yes.
He paid in cash. What was part of this transaction? What does he get for £400?
He gets to eat my bum
Yeah.
and wank himself off. That's it.
That's it. So he paid £400 to perform this act on you and to do whatever he wanted to do to himself. Why didn't you go to the full extent with him?
I had a bit of like a bay at the time, so it wasn't appropriate.
You had a bae at the time.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit of a bay.
Girl, what does that mean?
Like I was speaking to someone else.
Yeah,
So it wasn't appropriate for me and him to have sex.
but it was appropriate for him to eat your bum.
That's business.
You keep talking about business and no one's gonna eat your bum without paying. Like, girl, what's your profession? Because to me, it's giving prostitution. We gotta call a spade because transactions of monetary gain for sexual acts by definition is prostitution, and that's what you're doing here.
I don't think I do it on a wide scale. It's selective.
So you do prostitution on a selective scale.
Yes.
Yes. So just to clarify.
Sorry, Dad.
So just to clarify, you're a part-time prostitute.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. How did we get there? What has led an 18-year-old woman to be a part-time prostitute?
I don't know. I don't really see it as prostitution. I see it as if you want something from me and just that, you should pay.
Was that your first time getting money for sexual acts, or was this something that you've been doing for a while?
I wouldn't say no. I used to let boys suck my toes for money.
Okay. Why do you feel like you've gotten into this business of having transactions for sexual favors. How did this come about? Why has this come about?
I just realized men are a bit weird, and some of them should be taken advantage of.
Okay.
So if they want to use me, I'll use you first.
You're very interested, young woman, that's for sure. So you put on your story your price list of different... Girl, you put your price list of different... I don't even know what to say. Different acts that you can be performed on you. I did. Girl, I told you I watched all your things. You put on your story different things of what people can do to you. So £500 for eating your bum, £400 for eating your front vagina. Like, is that your standard going rate? Or is you've boosted it up?
That sounds really low. I think £550 was to eat my bum, £650 to eat my vagina.
Okay.
There's a £50 late fee and £200 extra for video evidence.
So do you have a booking system for this?
No, I was actually looking for a manager to help me manage my bookings at the moment.
To manage your part-time prostitution?
I might make it full-time.
You might make it full-time. Is it lucrative? Is it paying well?
I think it's paying well.
Well, okay. So what's your clientele?
My clients...
Aside from Malachi.
This is what's really weird. Most people would think, like, the young, successful men wouldn't pay for this, like, because they can get women easily. That's my main clientele.
Really? When you say young, successful, what demographic are we talking?
Rappers.
Rappers?
Rappers.
As in up and coming or established?
Established.
Established rappers are messaging you to eat your ass. I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Yes.
Yes.
But they also hit me with NDAs.
I mean, that's very convenient for you to say. I mean, come on. Very convenient. Okay, cool. So you've been hit up by established rappers who want to eat your ass.
Only 3.
Only 3.
Yes.
1, 2, 3 rappers have hit you up to eat your bum.
Yes.
Did you charge these rappers, or do they get a premium service, or like?
Of course they get charged. If anything, they get charged more.
They get charged more.
Yes.
So what's the criteria? What's the bracket that they're getting charged?
Maybe 1,500 to 2,000, because they can afford it.
Okay, so when you're charging them up to £2,000, do they get the full ride? Do they get to enjoy you sexually, or is it just to eat your ass?
They don't get to enjoy me sexually.
So you don't have sex with any of these clients? It's just ass eating?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So is this like an OnlyFans type thing?
I was thinking of starting that.
Okay.
But I just don't have the heart.
You don't have the heart to start it, but you have the heart to tell everyone you're a part-time prostitute. Sis. We're going to need to make it make sense.
I might as well.
You might as well go full force if you're telling the whole world that, you know, because this is going on YouTube, you know. Do you know that?
Yes.
So you might as well start the OnlyFans if that's the case. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. In the UK, we are quite prudish. This type of information isn't things that people tend to actually speak about. People keep their sexual lives quite private. Why did you want to come online and tell everybody on the World Wide Web that Malachi performed anilingus on you?
Mainly because I don't care what anyone else thinks. Secondly, I didn't expect it to go so far.
Okay.
I really expected it to circle within London, South London only. His friends would see it and disgrace him.
Okay, so you didn't think that in this viral community that you saying, Malachi, you ate my ass would not go viral?
No, because like I've been a shit talker for years. Like I talk crap all the time. Like I speak about many subjects. It doesn't go viral. It just stays within my TikTok community.
But as you can imagine, this is very controversial. This is like something that is, I think anilingus is something that is quite new in the UK. People might have been doing it for years, but people speaking about it openly is quite new. So obviously you coming online and speaking about that is going to grab people's attention, especially on TikTok where it's like things go viral like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you didn't think about that? That never came into play?
No, when I made it, I was just in a moment of, let me just be petty. Like, let me just get at him.
Are you at all concerned about how you're being portrayed online?
No.
No. Why are you not concerned?
Because the internet is just a facade. Like, people come on the internet to escape the reality about themselves. Like a lot of people who are behind the screens laughing, oh, look at her, she's a prostitute. They're prostitutes themselves. They just don't accept the title.
Okay, so you're basically saying I've accepted who I am and I'm going to make a living off of this, essentially, is what you're saying, yeah? What have your friends said about this?
They know I'm mad.
They know you're mad.
They know I'm mad.
So have they advised you to be like, girl, maybe chill out? Or they just, how is that conversation going with your friends and your family?
My friends, their main advice is this type of attention you've got, make something of it. Don't try and make something of it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a career or something.
What type of career can you do out of this?
I can be a rapper.
You could be a rapper?
Yes.
Okay, is that what the avenue that you're trying to go down? Because I did see that you were putting music on your story and things like that.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you have a plan, essentially?
Yeah.
So obviously you said that you don't really care about how people perceive you, the internet is a facade, X, Y, Z. What about in the future? Because when you put things on the internet, there is a digital footprint. And what about your children in the future, your potential husband, maybe a job, things like clients? Let's say, for example, you do become a successful rapper. Maybe brands might not want to particularly work with you because of certain things that you say. Does that bother you at all? Do you think about that?
No. Look at Cardi B. How did she start?
That's
she started
very true.
by talking shit. She said a lot in her career. She got picked up by Love and Hip Hop. Then from there released Bodak Yellow. No one talks about the days where she used to sit on Instagram and talk crap. I love Cardi B, by the way. But that's how she started.
I totally agree with you. But do you think that that space can be cultivated in the UK? Because remember, Cardi B's in America, their morals, everything that they stand for, even their culture is very different to the UK. In the UK, like I said, we're a lot more prudish here.
Yeah.
So although everybody is doing these sexual acts, not everybody talks about it and everyone has a lot more to say. So do you think that even though that kind of timeline that you said with Cardi B is true, do you think that it can be reflected in the UK?
Definitely. Only because people are quite shocked by me, I believe. Because as you said, the UK is very prudish. I stand out. It's like, it makes people look at me. It makes owners of shows and people who have platforms want to speak to me, want me on their shows. So I think eventually it'll work out.
Okay. I love that you're positive about it. That being said though, is this maybe an introduction to you, a persona that you're putting out as an introductory, and then are you planning to keep this throughout your career? Or
I wouldn't say it's a persona. I would say this, like, I'm exactly how I am on TikTok. I've only calmed myself down because I can't come here screaming at you, answering the questions. It's just not.
Yeah, but this is just who you are.
It's just who I am. Like, I'm never going to change and I'm never going to get tired because it's just my personality.
Obviously, when people were online kind of getting at you, you were talking about the fact that your dad didn't do a good job raising you. Do you want to elaborate on that? What did you mean?
My dad was like in and out of my life. So there was never really that male proper figure. That may have contributed to how I am now. But either way, I don't know. There's whores with dads.
That is true. So you feel like your dad not being a part of your life is what's led you to being a part-time prostitute?
No, I feel like even if I had a dad, if I choose to be a whore, that's nothing to do with him. People have two parents in their house and become serial killers. I feel like you can have great parents and become a shit kid. Yeah.
Do you not feel any shame when you're talking about these things online? Like,
Do you not feel any shame?
What would I feel shame about?
It's like everyone sins in the darkness. I sin in daylight.
But my sin is in the darkness, so I wouldn't have the shame.
But you know that within yourself, and God knows that. So do you not feel any shame?
I do, but it's not online.
What have you done in your life?
I wouldn't say that online. That's the whole point. My point is, with you're coming online and speaking about...
But what do guys know about you?
What do you mean?
Like men you may have been with in the past. What do they know about you?
Whatever they know is between me and them.
Well, is it? Because they go and tell their friends, which is exactly why I went out at Malachi.
Yeah, but whatever I've discussed with whoever I've been with and they've told their friends, it's not being discussed by over 10 million people online.
Yeah, but that could easily happen. Say that person went and told one of their friends and their friends did a story time on TikTok and it's about you. That could easily blow up.
But they wouldn't know it's about me.
Well, they could if they said your name.
Basically, to answer this question, you have no shame.
Why do you keep saying that?
I'm asking you a question.
It's like you're trying to get a rise out of me.
What do you mean?
It's like you're trying to provoke me.
I'm not trying to provoke you. I'm just trying to ask and articulate the fact that you ain't got
attacking me
shame.
because you're old?
Old.
Like,
do you
your
mean?
generation wouldn't really understand my generation. We're very far apart.
Okay.
I read somewhere you're like 48.
48. Well, I look damn good for 48, if that's
You
the
do.
case.
I'll give you that. You do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that after rave, when you was 18, you was probably getting fuck out behind bins.
You don't know me, so I'm going to excuse
I don't
myself.
need to know you.
I'm going to excuse myself
Remember,
for a sec.
you need me here.
Okay. That's fine, darling.
Slay gooders. Give it to them. I'm sorry. Cougar. Everyone wants to attack me. Like, see, she's walked out her own interview. This is the Tamello show now. Thanos of the UK ran the host off her own platform. Babe, fuck with me if you want. Does someone want to go get her? Honestly. But anyways, I love your dress. I love it. And your hair's nice.
Thank you so much. It's probably for the older generation.
Definitely. It's giving senior.
Okay. We're going to have to keep it cute because I don't want to come out of character. I'm being professional. I don't want to get ignorant. I don't want to come to your level.
Okay.
So let's be, you know, like let's
guided?
act like we have.
But I don't, as you just said.
That's why I said let's act.
I don't act.
Well, try.
But I will actually, because it's your show.
Okay, darling. Kai Cenat, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
How
it.
did you feel when he reached out to you?
He didn't.
What do you mean he didn't? There's a clip online of you shouting, like in many of your videos, and you're saying that Kai Cenat reached out, you've made it, you've gone clear.
Okay. Did you see the response from Kai Cenat?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to take this moment to truly thank all the pawns in my game, that being the UK public, all the pawns in my game who believed me so freely. Believed me. I sat there and I thought, how can I take this to a different level? Because eventually the UK public is going to be sick of me. Kai Cenat, biggest streamer in the world. These fools actually managed to get Kai Cenat to address me publicly, whether it's negatively or not, whether he's saying I don't know her or not. Now people from his stream, there was probably 10 million people on that stream. Now people from his stream have came to find me, and find me they did, because my views on my account, my profile views went from 4 million to 8. Okay. So it boosted 4 million in 12 hours. It was all a game and they fell for it. So I just want to thank all the pawns in this game.
So you're a liar?
To an extent.
No, just yes or no, you're a liar.
Yes.
So then is it fair to say that this whole story is fake?
No. This was just a way to boost my platform even further.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier that you are a, what's the word you used? You are a avid chat shitter. So is all of your story like lies? Is all your story times just you coming up with things to be popular online?
No, because I'm not popular online.
Okay. At the moment you are, because you...
No, but it's not popularity. It's more interest. I wouldn't say I'm popular, because popular is a word to be liked. Mm-hmm. I'm not liked.
Okay.
So I don't make stuff up just to be hated on. Everyone does not like me. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. I've accepted that.
Yeah.
But you know.
So then if you're coming up with more stories and things like that, would it be fair for us to say that all of the things that you're saying aren't factual?
If you passed all other exams but failed one, is it fair to say you're a dumb bitch?
I don't know how to answer that question.
But you're smart though. But you failed one exam. Are you now dumb? Does
So
that
you're
discredit
basically
everything
saying
else?
one fake story doesn't discredit the rest of your stories.
Exactly.
So the rest of your stories are in fact true.
Yes. I don't even think they're stories. Like, I don't think I've done like story times. I think it's more me calling people out.
Okay. There was a clip that you made on your TikTok where you made a video and then you stitched your own video and said that you made things up. Is that another test that you failed?
No, the Kai Cenat one, that one is not true. in that video, I was more quoting the public. Like I was quoting what's going out on TikTok about me.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't you saying that.
No,
what
I
I'm
wasn't saying
is a
that
lie.
about myself.
Okay.
I was quoting the public.
There have been a few Malachis that have come out claiming to be the guys that performed anilingus on you. Have you got anything to say about that?
I find it funny how people call me a clout chaser. Would we not consider them a clout chaser?
100%.
It's just that the word clout has negative implications. Would we not consider anyone who posts on TikTok a clout chaser? Because they are posting hoping to get likes, views, comments. I think the public is just angry that I got the clout. Because there's a difference between chasing clout and having clout. I don't think I'm chasing clout anymore. I think the clout has been caught.
So what do you have to say in regards to these Malachis that are coming forward claiming that it's them?
I would say, I'm not going to hate on your grind. Do what you got to do. But it just goes to show, people can call me shameless, but people will happily come out and be known as a guy who ate ass for £400 and got sent home just for a few likes.
And just to confirm, none of them are the real Malachi.
Of course not.
So has the real Malachi reached out to you? Has he said anything?
Of course.
What was that conversation like?
He was like, I beg you, please, don't do this. Like, don't post me. And I didn't. I'm not that hateful.
So that's why you haven't revealed who he actually is.
Yes, even if he didn't say that, as soon as it hit a certain amount of views, you now know that this is now public information. Me revealing who Malachi is me essentially ruining his life. The British public are literally just waiting. Everyone who's saying, oh, she's not saying who Malachi is, like, they just want to know who Malachi is exactly so they can harass him. I may have tough skin, he may not.
There's a clip online of a young lady graphically having anilingus performed on her. Is this person you?
No.
No. Okay, fair enough. You've been posting a lot of content. I think that you were posting every 5 seconds at one point. What do you plan on doing with this content? Like, how do you want to use this to benefit yourself?
I think I'm just seeing where it goes at the moment. I'm taking all the opportunities which come to me. Obviously, thankful to be here, even though you're a bit bright, but you're beautiful. But like, I can tell you was like a bitch in school. Like I would have probably had a couple fights with you. But
I'm gonna just move on because I don't want to say anything that I don't want to say. Let's be guided.
You even quoted me.
Like I said, what do you plan on doing with this newfound fame that you've discovered, that you've gained?
TikTok fame is one thing. TikTok fame, it's not real fame. I plan to turn it into real fame.
And what would that fame look like to you?
Notoriety. There's a difference between like having a bit of clout and having actual notoriety, like actually being, I don't know if I'll ever be a respected member of society, but I want to be known. When I walk into rooms, I want to be known.
As what?
That is a really good question. I wasn't even prepared for that. As what?
Because right now, and not to be disrespectful, but a lot of people would notice you as a part-time prostitute. Is that a narrative that you want to change, or are you happy for that to continuously be your story?
Even if I wanted to change it, if the public decide that you are a part-time prostitute, even if I didn't come on here and say this myself, that's what they think, they're not going to change their mind. So whether they choose to see me as that or not, I just want to be known. Whatever they choose to know me as long as they know me, is fine.
So are you going to continuously keep telling us about your sexual escapades, or is this going to be the last time? Are we going to hear more from you about your bedroom antics?
Just depends who decides to be cheeky.
You said you're a rapper. Tell us more about your rap career. What is that looking like? Are you in the studio? Are you creating music?
Last year is when I was really doing rap, like seriously. I kind of lost the passion for it. Like a lot of people managed to take that away from me, take the passion of music away from me. So I feel like now that I have this platform, it would be kind of stupid not to at least try and pursue that again. So I think that's all I have to say about that at the moment, because there's not much to say. I haven't done much. I haven't released anything.
Fair enough. So you're a nice person.
I actually am a nice person.
Oh.
I'm just.
I mean, this conversation would beg to differ, but
it's because you're not a nice person.
I'm an amazing person.
Not to me.
What did I say to you that wasn't nice?
You're just quite judgmental.
I didn't say anything judgmental. I
You
asked
have
you a question.
underlying hatred.
What am I hating on?
The fact that I still have youth.
Tamelo, it was lovely.
You're wearing Clarks.
These are not Clarks, darling. Check your facts.
What are they?
What are you wearing? Can we go through? Let's do a fit check with you.
Okay, Pretty Little Thing. Pretty Little Thing. I think it's a Shein.
That says it all.
That says it all. What? Do you want to buy me a new outfit?
No, I don't, darling.
What are 18-year-olds supposed to wear? You don't know about Shein. And your buckle's undone on your shoes.
Tamelo, it was lovely. Well, it was interesting having you here on Off the Record. I wish you all the best in your career. Hopefully it works out the same way it did for Cardi B. If not, take care. Guys, it has been me, Mide Oni, the one and only, and this has been Off the Record.
Don't sign off as if it's your show because you needed me here. It's been Tamelo from Bristol. Tamelo from Bristol. Let me look at all cameras. Thank you. Off the Record. You can cut, by the way. She has nothing further to say.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for joining us. You're not about to edit this out. It's been the Tamelo show. Had I not been here, you would have had fuck all to speak about. So thank you. You can cut here because I'm just going to keep interrupting you. You might as well do this in your own time.
Oh, Jesus is good. And I thank God for growth. I don't know what to say here because do I give it back? I don't know what's going on here, guys.
Keep your career, sis. At least you have one.
Yeah, at least I have one. Thank you. That is very true.
At 31, I'd expect that.
Yeah. Hopefully, and by the time you're 31, you would have grown out of part-time prostitution as well.
No, your mom's still one.
She's definitely not. She's definitely not. Let's not do that, darling. Okay. Guys, thank you for watching Off the Record. It's been Mide Oni, the one and only, your host. And I shall see you on the next episode.
See you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.